I believe that Bitcoin someday will become the reserve asset, global reserve asset. And when that happens, and it'll probably happen because a country like Russia wants to get paid for its oil in Bitcoin rather than in US dollars. Why? Well, Bitcoin is monetary energy. It requires proof of work. And natural resource energy for monetary energy makes a whole lot more sense in my mind than natural resource energy for worthless and debasing fiat dollars. As an engineer, I like the conservation of energy principle. I know Michael Saylor's a big fan of that too. So if Bitcoin becomes the global reserve asset, is it crazy to think that Bitcoin gets 5% share of $900 trillion? Don't forget, right now, the global reserve asset is treasury bonds, US treasuries. If Bitcoin gets 5% of $900 trillion, that's $45 trillion. What's 45 trillion divided by 21 million fixed supply of Bitcoin? That's $2 million per Bitcoin. That's with a 5% market share. In today's dollars, what if it gets 20% market share? I'll start with a 5% target. It's not a limit, it's a target. And 5% of 900 trillion is 45 trillion. 45 trillion divided by 21 million is 2 million US dollars per Bitcoin in today's dollars. Put a probability on that. I do a probability distribution, or I can do a binary distribution. I don't want to lose your viewers too much, but let's do a very simple binary distribution. What if there's a 10% chance Bitcoin attains my price target in today's dollars and a 90% chance it goes to zero? The expected value of that binary distribution, meaning only one of two outcomes, is $200,000 per Bitcoin. Well, it's trading at 40,000 to make the math easy. 1/5 of where that probability distribution says it should trade. Now you can actually change the distribution as you like. What if you say, okay, it's a 50% chance it goes to zero, a 50% chance it goes to 2 million. Well, then all of a sudden that expected value is $1 million of Bitcoin in today's dollars. So it's currently trading in the market at a probability of it getting to $2 million of only 1/50th, right? A 2% chance. I'm taking those odds because I think the chances are it gets there. I'm not going to say over 50%, but certainly over 30%.
In what time frame could you see this happening?
I'll give you a target, but not a time, or I'll give you a direction, but not a price target. So over time, number goes up, or my target is $2 million of Bitcoin, open-ended. Could it happen quickly? Unlikely, but possibly. Could it happen in my lifetime? Yes.
Short term, Greg. Okay.
Yeah.
Short term, though, because I've had other experts, technicians, call them whatever you want, coming on saying, okay, we might get to, hey, let's start with 100,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's the kind of the first target.
That was the laser eyes.
Right.
That was all
right.
the laser eyes.
That was the laser eyes, right? Let's just, for purposes of the story, let's stick to 100,000.
Okay.
So they're saying before we were to get to that, we're going to have to retest, go back down. It's going to be this
all
winter.
True. But nobody knows. And by the way, if you think it's going to go down and you're waiting to buy it, I see this all the time. You're too smart by a half. Just buy it on a disciplined basis each week. Get to your target weight, and your target weight has to be greater than zero. Why? Because in my 30 years, Daniela, this is the best asymmetric trade opportunity and investment opportunity I have ever seen. If you own zero, you are taking far more risk than if you have a proper portfolio allocation.
Are there other opportunities? Cardano, Polkadot, Ethereum. What are your thoughts on those? Was it just Bitcoin?
I need you to understand that the reason I love Bitcoin so much is because I hate fiat currencies so much. Fiat currencies are programmed to debase. They're programmed to allow the global banking system to be able to lever themselves 25-1 and thereby consistently get into financial crises because they are so levered, and they're therefore backstopped by the governments. The governments being able to print money can bail out the financial system. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is 21 million fixed supply and it is programmed to conserve the value of your time and energy in today for consumption in the future. So Bitcoin is the solution. None of these other digital assets have the same characteristics of Bitcoin. So that's how I just prefer to comment on why I like Bitcoin, because of my distrust and distaste for fiat currencies.
Do you want to know one thing about crypto? I made over 3000% in profit in a few weeks. Fact is, the traditional financial system, the traditional money system makes you poor, not rich. If you want to earn $500,000, $1 million, you have to wait until you're 50, 60, 70 in the traditional financial system, and you probably will still be broke. And you will be old. This is not a sexy combination, as you can imagine. But the question is, how can you start in crypto and make these profits? Where to invest? Where to start? My name is Gunnar and I'm from Germany, as you can hear, and things are a little bit different in Germany. More about that later on. Fact is, there are lots of different cryptocurrencies. It's a gigantic universe where beginners and professionals get easily lost. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There are 7 key steps you need to follow to become successful in this market. You have to know them, and if you fail one of them, it's literally impossible to succeed in this market. Just an example, one of the key points is your exchange, and one of the biggest are, for example, Binance and Coinbase. These are trusted and well-established exchanges, but, and this is a big but, you won't find the super profitable coins on those exchanges. The unknown super profitable coins that get gigantic profits are not traded on those kind of exchanges. They are traded on much smaller insider platforms that are barely known. And I can tell you what those super secret exchanges are and why they are so profitable. And another super important thing are the right information sources. The point is, the internet is gigantic. There are hundreds and hundreds of YouTube channels, blogs, pages, and much more. And there are also market makers and influencers. For example, Elon Musk, he is not a crypto guy, but the moment he recommended Dogecoin, it went through the roof, to the moon, so to say. But why did he recommend it? Where did he hear it from? He didn't hear it from newspapers. And believe me, he is listening to someone. But you have to know who, and you have to react before he is reacting. This is really, really important. And these are only 2 of the 7 steps you have to follow in order to be successful in crypto. And if you want to know all of these steps in much more detail, and if you want to have a comprehensive checklist, here's what you should do. There is a link below this video. Click on this link and you will get the opportunity to subscribe to my channel. Click on the link and you will see a video where I explain the next steps. So see you soon. Click on the link now. I'll see you there.